Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will look at algebraic fractions and exponentiation. Exponentiation is the mathematical way of saying raising to a power. So the index law we need is here. If you raise a fraction to a power, you just raise the numerator to that power and the denominator to that power. So if I have x over 2 to the power of 4, I just raise the top to that power and raise the bottom to the power, and 2 to the power of 4 is 16. So what about x to the power of 5 over y8 cubed? We're actually using two index laws here. See, I do need to raise the top to the power. So when you raise a number to a power to another power, we use the power to a power rule. You keep the same base and multiply the powers. So 5 times 3 is 15, 8 times 3 is 24. So on the bottom goes y to the power of 24. So how do we do this one here? Well, again, we're going to raise the top to the power and the bottom to the power. So 2a to the power of 7 raised to the power of 5. So 2 here is a base, not a power. So I don't times 2 by 5. I raise 2 to the power of 5. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. On the other hand, 7 is a power or an index. So the rule for indices is when you raise power to a power, you multiply. So this will be a to the power of 35. So we multiplied these two because they are both powers. I raised 2 to the power of 5, didn't multiply because 2 is a base. So similarly on the bottom, 3 to the power of 5 is 243. 3 is a base, so it gets raised to the power of 5. B, on the other hand, to the power of 5, 5 is now an index or a power, so I times these. So I keep the same base and I multiply the powers. So what about when you're raising fractions to a negative power? Well, what you do is you flip the fraction and you change the power to positive. So now it's just like all the others. Raise the top to the power, raise the bottom to the power. And here I multiplied the powers, 6 by 3 and 4 by 3, because when you raise a power to a power, index to another index, you multiply them. So 3a squared over 4b to the power of negative 2. So when you're raising a fraction to a negative power, you flip the fraction and you make the power positive. So now I go 4 squared is 16. I don't go 4 times 2 is 8 because 4 is a base. Now b is a base. It also gets raised to the power of 2. On the bottom, I don't go 3 times 2. 3 is a base. So 3 to the power of 2 is 9. A squared to the power of 2. So power to a power, you keep the same base and multiply the powers. And then we're done. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.